What's going on? What's going on, Falcon fans? You know what time it is. It's the halftime report. We got a lot that we got to dive into. Some good, some bad, but I got a lot more good to talk about today. But we also going to tap into that bad. So hit that like and subscribe button on the way in. It's the halftime show. Let's get to it. BirdCage. What's going on? What's going on, good people? You know what time it is. This is your boy, the historian, getting ready to break it down for you right now. But before I break that down, hit that like and subscribe button. Let's get to it. So the Falcons defense has shown up, minus the brain fart at the end of the half or whatnot. This pass rush has definitely been nice. Brandon Dorlus has stepped in and he showed up. He disappeared last week, but he's here. 2 sacks tonight. You also saw JPJ get his first sack. You saw Jalen Walker, the dog, get his first sack. And when you sit back and you look at it, it's just something that's making you say, okay, we got a pass rush. We're definitely staying gap sound. We're being aggressive. Unfortunately, AJ went down. It's probably a hamstring injury, maybe a cramp. Hopefully, nothing too serious. But here's the thing. We got hit with a stick route at the end that put them in position. We should be up right now 21-6 right now at this point. 21-6. We've had 3 trips in the red zone that ended up in field goals. Now, before y'all all sit back and say, yeah, before y'all load up Cool's U-Haul, we got to see if Parker Romo can hit something from deep. We have to see if he can hit something from deep before y'all decide to ship this guy out. Okay, he's hit 3 field goals. They're chip shots pretty much that he's hit. So I'll say this. Parker Romo, welcome to the Falcons. We'll see what your leg is like when we have to get some distance or whatnot. You still got to earn that. Now, hopefully in the second half, AJ Terrell can come back. It's nothing. Hopefully it's nothing major. Hopefully it's minor. But again, Diablo's having a hell of a game. You talk about being able not to just make tackles and make plays. He's also making plays in pass coverage as well. That's something that we've lacked from that linebacker position. Caden Ellis got in the back. Leonard Floyd got a sack. I mean, 5 sacks, and Billy the Kid, Billy Badass, whatever you want to call him, Kill Bill. Hey, just say he just got his first career interception tonight, and it changed the tide of battle. What our offense has to do, it has to get in sync. It has to get in sync at this point because we're getting in the red zone, but we're not cashing in. Here's the thing. I understand everybody wants to see Penix light it up, but today is the day that the running game is working. Pay attention to it, ladies and gentlemen. The running game is what's working. It's not our passing game. We're able to get this whole thing going at this point, but I'm going to go ahead and pull up the stats for you so you know. We've been killing the time of possession today. We've been keeping the ball out of their hands today. This is something that we've struggled with, and this is something that you've got to look at from a different standpoint of, okay, this is just what it is. So I'm going to blow this up a little bit for you guys. So let's look at it. The Falcons have 8 first downs. We were 3 and 7 on third down. That's not good. We got to get that number up. But you look at the total plays that we've had. We've had 27 plays. They just had 2 more than us. Now, 27 plays. We're averaging 6 yards a play. I'm not mad at it. 66 yards passing, but we're almost at 100 yards rushing, and we're averaging 7.5 yards running the ball. 7.5 yards running the ball. This is why I'm saying run the doggone ball. To hell with trying to show off Penix's arm. We know he can throw. Feed Kyle Pitts, but you need to get Tyler Algier running. You got 97 yards on the ground, 100 yards in the first half. You could easily have a 200-yard game. This is not a game that you really like. Put it this way. Penix is going to have his chances. But right now, you see that the running game is working. Use the running game. Wear them down. And when they're tired of tackling, then start throwing on them. Bombs over Baghdad. That's how you do it. But if we're going to sit here and look at it, also, 3 penalties, 14 yards. Got to clean that up. A lot better than last week. And then if you're looking at it, we've got 13 rushing attempts. 13. That's including Tyler and Bijan. And you're looking at it, we got 163 yards. Both teams have a turnover. Both of us have a turnover. So this is pretty much evened out. And Minnesota has a minute on us, 15 minutes and 14 seconds. We practically had the ball the whole first quarter. But when you sit back and you really look at it, this is one of the most dangerous things that you can say about this team. This team has a hell of a lot of confidence at this point, a lot of confidence. And when you talk about confidence with this team, you're seeing it. You're seeing that we're able to run the ball at will. You're seeing that they don't want to tackle. You're seeing that they're struggling with one-on-one matchups with Kyle Pitts when you sit him out there. This is where Zach Robinson has to get in his bag. This is not going to be an easy game because Brian Flores is literally matching him play for play. This is one of these games. Tyler, I mean, think about it. Brian Flores is one of the best defensive coordinators, really should be a head coach, but we know that situation was a little jaded or whatnot. I'm not going to get into that because this is not the platform for it. We'll say that for later. But when you talk about a great defensive coordinator and a great defensive mind, Brian Flores is that. And when you have his defenses on its heels, when they're not able to stop your running game, you have to consistently keep your foot on their neck. You cannot take your foot off the gas. You have to be able to stop that. Now, everybody's worried about AJ. I get it. But at the same time, here's the thing that's going to make it a little bit easier. And AJ's a hell of a player. But this is what's making AJ look great right now. It's the pass rush. It's the pass rush. Understand this. This is what we didn't have. We haven't had a pass rush in a long time. You got Billy Bowman in that secondary. You got Xavier Watts in the secondary. Jesse Bates in the secondary. You know, AJ's down. You got Mike Hughes. Mike Hughes has been pretty much holding it together, but the offense hasn't figured it out yet. As I said before, stop trying to get cute with this offense. Run the ball until they stop it. Run the ball. Now, if AJ is out, depending on who's going to be on that corner on the other side, you're going to have to give that corner help if they're going to put Justin Jefferson on that side. You have to give him help, whoever that corner is going to be, because Justin Jefferson is one of the best in the league. AJ neutralized him in this first half, but the guy that was getting off on us was Noor, number one. Now, Billy Bowman is still holding on to him, but at this point, you really have to call a spade at this point. There's a lot of things that are going on right now with this team, and it's different. I like what I'm seeing. I like the aggressiveness that I'm seeing on the defensive side of the ball. We got a defense, folks. We got a defense. This is something that I said last week that concerned me. If we didn't get that pass rush right, if we're not able to bring guys down on the ground, we're not going to give our offense opportunities. Now, the offense has to put up points. We have to get into the red zone and put up points. What that means is if you're not going to run the ball, you need to use Kyle Pitts. You need to use Drake London. You have these basketball players at wide receiver. You need to give them jump balls on third downs or whatnot. Give them a chance to out-jump some of these smaller corners or start running combination routes or pretty much start running mesh concept routes where you can throw this defense off and give your guys a chance to get in the end zone. You really have to understand the red zone offense for Atlanta is stagnant right now, and that is not good. We need to become less stagnant, and we need to become more in tune with being able to put that ball in the end zone because we have weapons. We have weapons. The running defense has literally worn these boys down tonight. It's worn Minnesota down. They don't have an answer for it. They're missing key players at that, and they're missing one of their best safeties in Harrison. So when you look at that, Ivan Pace Jr. is going to get tired. He's been all over the field. I'm not worried about Dallas Turner at all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, solid player, but I'm not worried about him. He got a free sack because he had a release and he was able to get to that. But the one thing that you have to account for at this point, you got to account for Ivan Pace Jr. because he's been disruptive the whole night. The whole night he has been disruptive. Everybody else has been playing off of him. If you can neutralize Ivan Pace Jr., you can neutralize this defense. Dallas Turner is not much of an impact player to me. That's just what I see. He's, first round pick, We expect that. But at the same time, we have to literally make them pay for when they screw up. We have to make them play. Wilson is a playmaker for the Vikings. He's just one of those guys that just makes things happen. And you really can't do anything but just say, damn, just tip your cap to him because, again, he's making plays. This is not a bad football team that we're playing. We're actually playing a playoff caliber team. The thing is, they just got players out. We have to start exploiting that. If we can't exploit a team that is banged up and that is injured at this point, we got serious problems. We have serious problems. Now, I got to give the offensive line credit tonight. Now, Penix has been sacked tonight. It happens, but he hasn't been touched that much tonight. He's been able to get that ball up out of there. Now, Penix has to do a little bit better with delivering the ball. He's got to take some of the heat off some of these passes to give his guys a chance to catch the passes too. Not saying that he's doing a bad job, but he's got to take something off that ball. Because if you've seen some of those passes, they've been coming in hot. And, some of those passes, you just got to put it in a position where your guy can make the play opposed to just trying to just rifle everything in there and whatnot. You have to do a little bit better with pretty much when you're going to put heat on it and when you're going to put touch on it. That's something he's going to learn. Now, the offense has to just continue to keep running the ball because I believe that one of these backs is going to break one. And you've seen it 2 or 3 times that we've had a chance to break them, but we go away from that and start trying to pass the stinking ball. The other thing we need to do, get out of the pistol formation. Pistol has been killing us this game. When you talk about the formations, think about it. A lot of our successes come single backfield, sliding the tight end over. I formation in the backfield where you have your fullback and your running back or your tight end pretending to be your running back, or you're running an offset where you have your running back directly behind your quarterback and you have either your Tyler Algier slightly off or you have a tight end slightly off to the other side or whatnot to create the offset instead of it just being a direct I formation. If you've looked at that, we've been able to gash them with counter plays. We've been able to gash them with some trap plays as well. And then you use Bijan's speed on the outside when you're talking about hitting the corner. That is something that we've been able to do, is set the edge and give him a corner to be able to pick up some positive yardage. What we have to do in the second half, continue to run the football. You're going to get opportunities to throw the ball downfield, but we also need to feed Tyler Algier more. I can't stress this enough. Tyler Algier is literally running through everything, and he's going to fall forward every time he touches the ball. This is what we have to do. At this point, it's not much to go through when we talk about the numbers. We talked about the possession, but it's about who wants this ball game more. It's about what are we going to do and make adjustments in the second half right now, and how are we going to get this team able to get points on the board. All I can say is this here. Zach, you got pressure from the fans, but at this point, you just got to just call the game. You just got to call it. Pretty much you got to call it like your life depends on this right now. Every game you need to have that mindset. This is God rest his soul, but I need you to be as desperate as Barry White with no money in his pocket, singing at a Popeye's chicken for a 2-piece and a biscuit. That's the type of desperation I need from you when it comes to you standing there calling these plays with all the weapons that we have. That's what we need from you, bro. So at the end of the day, Falcons can definitely win this game. We're not getting the ball back in the second half. Defense is going to get back on the field. What we have to do is create turnovers in this second half, continue to keep applying the pressure and giving the offense the ball back. So with that being said, I got an idea of what's going to happen and how we're going to get this thing done. And we're really just going to see if Raheem's smart enough to make the adjustments and do what he needs to do. But without further ado, we got the second half coming up after the game tonight. Directly, we're going to have the party line of benediction open for those who are going to be up. And we're going to do this for probably about 30, 45 minutes because, it's a work day tomorrow for everybody. But I'm going to have this thing open and probably I'll do something tomorrow. So don't fret. Listen, AJ might be out, but again, we got multiple players, and this is why you build up your depth in the offseason so you can have guys to step in and step up. So we will be okay. Just take a chili willy pill, enjoy the second half. Don't stress. Because if you're a dog fan, you stressed enough yesterday when you saw Tennessee miss that kick and your blood pressure was up. Don't let these damn Falcons get your blood pressure up tonight. So with that being said, appreciate y'all for tapping in with the halftime report. Much love. We'll catch you at the end of the ball game for the party line or the benediction post game show. It's your boy, the historian, Ghost.